Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Down the right sideline. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Stretch the Eagles.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He finds Rivera. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Sanders to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Here we go. Set. Back up. Ready.
He completes it to Hunter. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw now, here's Sanders.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go to the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12.
Let's go now.
On play action, here's Shadur. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third down and 13. From the shotgun, Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's Sanders. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw is Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Throwing, Sanders. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're not hoping for another field goal, they're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what
put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
65.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Come on. Ready.
Now Sanders. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They give him a gain of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go now. Past the 60, past the 60.
The slot man in motion right.
Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
19-18.
Back to throw. Sanders. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this is no good. Boy, that didn't even get there. Not a good effort at all. And our score remains the same. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line. Back to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Here's Ethan Evans now. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
A final shot before break. Sanders.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Here's Sanders. A final shot before break. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now Sanders operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
19 Tiger.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. Second and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man right side is Rice.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 79 Broncos.
Sanders. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Shador. Slant complete to Etienne. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Sanders to throw. Open man, it's Hunter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Pushing his way through.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. Rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here we go. COVID-19. Go.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. He'll try and do this himself.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man complete. That's Reed.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Ready.
A handoff as they run the counter play.
Down the left sideline.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jags are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Henderson now on 1st and 10.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
On first down, it's Henderson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And he slings one that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. It's an atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly. They show up and they show out.
So for Jacksonville, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the